Hello, and this is CSFReviews again. Long time no see. Thanks to the fact that I finished, well, exactly no videos that I've started. Yeah, some are in fact on the way. But I thought I'd upload something to address a recent issue that could use some insight. And that issue is the weekly manga chapter delay due to the implementation of new anti-piracy laws in Japan. So, before I get into the tricky details, let me state where I stand on the topic. I, as a relatively new manga reader, since I used to only watch anime until about 6 months ago, am guilty of reading manga chapters early, even though I did not fully understand the topic. Now that I have done research into the topic, I still believe that reading early is not only wrong but theft, but that the delay might just be the wake-up call the anime and manga community needs. Now for some basic background on the topic, the way manga works is that the mangakas, basically the authors, submit their finished chapter by a set due date before the publication. So that means if they're ill, or fail to submit the chapter in time, the chapter is not available that week. Now, after all the chapters are submitted and formatted by the publication company, in this case, Shonen Jump, they are shipped to the stores early, and the stores put them on sale the day that manga is scheduled to be released. The way scanlations, the illegal form of distribution, works is that somewhere in the middle of that official schedule, a manga chapter is hijacked, scanned, translated, and sent to a distribution site somewhere else. Basically organized theft. So instead of the fans purchasing the chapters when they're released, they read the chapters online before the actual release date, and then possibly purchase the product on the actual date. Now, time for my opinions on the topic. First of all, I do not condone the illegal reading of manga, and now that it has come to my attention, I intend to cease reading manga unless on a legal site. And as for that, I would personally recommend Crunchyroll Manga and Viz Manga. A lot of people get so, for lack of a better word, addicted to the shows that they watch that they cannot wait a few days for their show to come out. Now, I personally do not believe that there's any argument that can justify this theft, as instead of helping the people that make the shows they like, they instead choose to support sites that hurt them, especially the people who do not purchase legal rights to the manga somehow, such as a publication, a site, or something else. Now, most people like to argue the morality of the issue, but I decided to take a step back and look at it totally objectively. Now, the conclusion I've come to is that it is simply wrong. Life is not totally black and white. There are indeed gray areas, but there is black and there is white. And most people can tell more easily than they thought if they're in one or the other. Stealing rights to the manga is most certainly on the wrong side of the spectrum, and I'm going to stand by that analysis. The true motive to reading early is one of two things: impatience or ignorance. And as I was part of the latter myself, my solution is knowledge of the issue. I hope this video will help others with that same issue. As for people with the impatience issue, I hope that this new delay to, I believe, Fridays will serve as a wake-up call to stop hurting the industry that you like so much, that you choose to eagerly read it early, and instead choose to support it in one way or another. Patience is a universally accepted virtue, one of the fruits of the spirit biblically, for example. Well, that's my 2 cents on the topic. Hopefully what I'm saying will reach at least a few people. And since it came across a bit judgmental, to be honest, I hope you guys take it and think about it. I hope some people will just take a step back and let it soak in. Just think about it. I don't expect everyone to agree with my conclusion, but I do hope that everyone would at least think about it and come to their own reasonable conclusion, and hopefully get a little bit more input on their conclusion to make an even better judgment. So, on a different topic, yes, I am indeed actually actively making videos again. Since I run another channel, it's very hard to make videos on this one, especially with the level of work that I see as adequate for a video. I don't like to just put out anything. My next video should be on the review process, basically how I look at a show and give it a score, as well as how to take my scores, since my views probably won't always line up exactly with yours. I am also working with my first review, but I'm going to keep the anime a secret on this one. Now, for this video's question. Your left foot has suddenly gained the ability to speak. What question would you ask it? Would it ask you, or what conversation would you have with it? And now, to end the video, a couple of my favorite comments from the last question, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.